Good day everyone. So today we will be discussing the theories and principles on organizational leadership. Moving on, the situational theory of leadership by Hersey and Blanchard 1982 emphasizes the need for leaders to adapt their style based on their followers' needs. So it highlights two key dimensions. So first we have task behavior. So task behavior, a leader prioritizes accomplishing tasks and meeting goals. So however, excessive focus on results can lead to stress and neglect of team morale. So for example, a team manager in sales company nagset siya og high sales nga targets. O permi niya gina-pressure niya mga employees nga mo'y nag-cause nga ma-stress sila. So instead of just pushing for a result, no, for a better result, ang better niyang buhaton ato nga situation is to guide or to provide guidance and support to his or her employees nga mas ma-improve pa ang ilahang skills. For example, a school principal who struggles with time management cannot effectively enforce discipline among teachers regarding punctuality. So instead of just imposing rules, the principal must first develop personal discipline, setting a good example for others. So next is relationship behavior. A leader fosters respect, trust, and strong communication with their team, ensuring motivation and collaboration. So for example, usa ka teacher nakamatikod siya sa iyang usa ka estudyante nga naglisod. So imbis nga ihatong kasab-an kay siguro iyang performance low or iyang grades low, iyahan nung gibuhat naghatag siya og suporta or tambag or dugang nga mga materyales nga ma-improve ang performance or mismo ang kaugalingon sa usa ka bata. And now, let's move to the contingency theory of leadership by Fiedler, 1967. So it states that leadership success depends on the interaction between the leader's style, workplace relationships, task, and power dynamics. So it suggests that no single leadership style works in all situations. So instead, effectiveness depends on how well the leader's traits align with the specific environment. So Fiedler emphasized that organizations should allow leaders to develop their full potential while maintaining strong relationships with their team. Leaders must create action plans tailored to their team's needs to achieve organizational goals. So in educational management naman, this theory highlights that leadership must adapt to different challenges, requiring both skills and good interpersonal relationships.
So now let us talk about the different principles. So first principles is proficiency must be observed in every task. So you as a leader, you must know how to do the different tasks. So how commendable a leader is whose proficiency in performing his task is evident even in the minor details of the task. So bisag gamay ra kay na siya nga task is as you as a leader, you must know how to do it. You must know kung paunsa siya humanon kay mo man ang inyong task. So as the old adage goes, little things mean a lot. Bisag gamay ra kay na siya nga butang is sa uban is daghan na siya big meaning. So you as a leader, you must know how to do that. You must know how to work your task.
So principle number 2, master yourself and find ways to improve. It emphasizes self-awareness and continuous growth as essential qualities of a good leader. So leaders must first understand and refine their strength or their own strengths and weaknesses before guiding others. So as the saying goes, to thyself to be true, no, meaning ang usa ka leader kinahanglan nga ma-recognize niya ang iyang own imperfections to fairly assess and support their subordinates.
So the third principles is knowledge of the people around you and be aware of their welfare. So the biggest example of these principles is si Ramon Magsaysay, our late president, because he was loved by our people because of his work for his constituent. Despite his busy day as then, he is the president of our country. So he took time out to leave the comfort of his office in order to listen to the poor who visited him. So, he was fondly called the champion of the masses. So, sa iyang ginapakita nga sa iyahang mga constituent is like kanang gapaminaw jud siya kung unsay mga suggestions, kung unsay mga needs sa iyahang sa iyang mga followers. So, murag siya ang ginaduulan sa mga iyahang constituent kay like kanang dali kayo siya duulan, kanang maminaw siya kung unsay mga iistorya sa iya sa mga followers niya or sa mga tao sa palibot. So he looked out for their needs and welfare. So this was a good gestures of a humble person who formerly occupied the highest position of our land. So dili kay ingon nga you are nara ka sa top, so dili na jud nimo pansinon ang mga naa sa ubos nimo nga mga kauban. So you as a leader, ibuta na to example, as a leader, you need to help tong mga tao nga nasa ubos para mo paangat sila, dili kay you nga ikaw jud mo bababa na hinuon nila.
So here, principle number 4, it highlights that a good leader keeps their team informed through meetings, memos, and clear communication to prevent misunderstanding and errors. So for example, if a school principal changes the grading system or grading policy but fails to inform teachers, so unsa may mahitabo, so syempre naay confusion nga mahitabo. So however, proper communication through meetings or memos ensures that everyone is aligned, improving efficiency and teamwork. Pananglitan, usa ka leader sa usa ka construction project. Kung ang iyang trabahante gani wala pay experience or bag-uhanay pa, mas maayo ang task-oriented nga pamaagi. Diin ang usa ka leader maghatag siya clear nga instruction, hugot nga pagmonitor or stricto nga pagsunod sa schedule aron nga masiguro nga mahuman jud ang proyektor kato nga project. Pero apan kung ang iyang mga trabahante kay kanang naa na sila experience, na experience dayon kabalo na unsay buhaton, mas maayo ang relationship oriented nga pamaagi. Diin ang usa ka leader kay mamina siya suggestion sa uban or ilet niya iyang mga trabahante nga mag-decide, og diri makita nato nga ang leader kinahanglan nga mopahiangay sa sitwasyon aron mahimong epektibo, sumala sa giingon sa contingency theory of leadership ni Fiedler.
So let us talk about the next principles, which is the fifth principle. So fifth principles is the be a good example. So klaro kayo no sa title pa lang is klaro na kay nimo kung unsay dapat iingon, unsay ginapahiwatig ani nga principles. So there is no substitute for a role modeling, as the common adage goes. If a leader introduces new policies for his followers, but he himself is the number one who violates it, one may wonder if he is worth emulating or not. So you as a leader, you must follow all the policies, especially kung ikaw gahimo ana nga policy kay example president ka, so maghimo kag inga nga policies, dapat i-follow nimo siya. So be a good example. So as a leader no, ikaw jud ang role model sa tanan, so dapat ipakita nimo kung unsaon pag-ingani ingana, dapat buhaton nimo ang sakto, kabalo ka unsay sakto unsay mali, muna siya ang principle number 5, be a good example.
So, moving on to principle number 6, see to it that every task is clearly understood, monitored, and accomplished. So, when instructions are given by a leader to his followers, see to it that everything is understood. Be open to questions and clarifications. If some of the followers seem to be critical, the exercise of maximum tolerance and patience may be the rule of thumb. A leader may disagree but agreeably in order to create an atmosphere of peace and order. So here it highlights that a leader must provide clear instructions, encourage clarifications, and track progress to ensure tasks are completed effectively. Kaya ang miscommunications, it can lead to errors, so patience and open dialogue are essential. So for example, in classroom setting, a teacher assigns a project without explaining the requirements clearly. So as a result, ang mga students nagsubmit sila og incomplete work. However, kung katong nga teacher nag-provide siya og detailed guidelines sa mga mao nga requirements og nag-allow siya og questions, so students can meet his or her expectations.
Is the principles number 7. Commit and train your people to collaborate as a team. So, as an example, are you aware that a single stick from the broom cannot clean on its own? Sige daw, i-think daw ninyo kung maglimpyo ka niya, like manilig ka, isa ra ka stick nga silig imong gamit. Malimpyo ba imong ginalimpyuhan? So muna siyang isa ka example no nga you need to train your followers, you need to train your group nga mag-collaborate to each other kay para mas mapadali ang trabaho. Kay kung isara ang galihok is like kanang ang trabaho ninyo kanang dugay kay siya mahuman kay tungod isara man ang galihok, pero if ma-train nimo ang imong mga members nimo, mga followers nimo nga mag-collaborate or mag-work as a team, dali na jud mahuman ang inyong trabaho.
So principle number 8, decisions must be sound and time-bound. Every leader must be firm with his or her decision. If the leader has a scattered brain who sows confusions among his or her people because of the loss of concrete words issuing from his or her lips, so that what he or she says now will be altered on the next day without consulting with the followers, then the leader's credibility will surely be tarnished. So here, makita nato that leaders must make clear, firm decisions within a set time frame. So, consistency is key. So, leaders who constantly change their decision cause confusion and lose trust. So, for example, a manager who keeps shifting deadlines without explanation may frustrate their team. So, in contrast, a leader who sticks to their decision, even if unpopular, earns respect and confidence. So, here, we admire a leader whose unwavering decision is being held on despite its unpopularity.
So now let's talk about the principles number 9. Principle number 9, create an atmosphere of responsibility in your group. So do you want to work in an environment devoid of trust because your leader never entrusts you even the minor tasks in the office? It is easy of a leader to win the trust and respect of his or her followers if he or she encourage them to work despite the difficulty of the task given them. A leader's belief in them will be a moving force to excel beyond their imagination. So you as a leader is dapat daw i-force nimo ang imong mga followers nga dili lang kung unsa ang ilahang kaya, dapat mas i-force pa nimo sila nga buhaton kung unsa pa ang mas makaya pa nila ang mga malamangan to nga ilapang ginabuhat. So you as a leader, ikaw jud ang mag-guide sa ilaha, ikaw ang mag-encourage sa ilaha para nga mahumanto o mahumanto nila nga work. So it is easy for a leader to win the trust and respect of his or her followers if he or she encourages them to work despite the difficulty of the task given them. So bisag unsa pa kalisod na if naay leader nga mag-help or mag-encourage sa mga followers, is mas madali sa mga followers nga buhaton to siya kay ginagaydan man sila sa leader. Naay leader nga gatabang sa ilahat nga mahuman to siya nga work. So a leader's belief that in them will be a moving force to excel beyond their imagination. So mao to nga dili lang kay maora ni taman, pero pagtabangan na sila sa leader is mas makaya pa nila lamangan kung unsa to ang ilahang nahuman na, mas kaya pa nila mas taasan pa nga mahuman to siya.
And now, let's move to principle number 10, last but not the least. Do not evade responsibilities and be accountable to your own actions. A leader must be grateful enough that he is still running his office for good. It might be that he is the type of leader who never says no to his superior when he knows very well that he can tackle the work entrusted to him. If along the way some blocks occur that are beyond his control, he must take courage to assume the responsibility of failing instead of pointing. So here it emphasized that leaders should take full responsibility for their actions and decisions rather than blaming others. So a true leader accepts challenges, remains accountable, and faces setbacks with integrity. For example, if a project fails, a responsible leader acknowledges the shortcomings and learns from them instead nga ginablame niya ang iyang mga team members. So kani siya napakita or nagbuild siya trust and respect, showing that they are willing to grow and improve.